I'm here with Kwame. We've just witnessed Arsenal, tremendous performance, winning away from home in the Champions League 7-1.
7-11. 7-11.
7-11.
Lucky never.
I like
Lucky
it. I
number
like it.
11.
And listen, I know you're a very positive guy. You're always full of confidence. You always predict an Arsenal win.
I'm trying to.
And I know you predicted an Arsenal win tonight, but not even you saw that coming, right?
An emphatic 1-0 is what is what I thought we would get today. Blown away by that performance. Look, all right, yes, PSV. Let's not get carried away, which I said in the live, but I think we answered a lot of questions that team and Arteta answered a lot of questions that we had, that the whole footballing world had. Perisic, he said they're a good team, Arsenal, but they're lacking a striker. They're struggling to score goals. And then we put 7 past them at their place. In fact, we create history. Yeah, first team to do that away in the Champions League. It's fantastic. So these are some of the positives that you got to kind of take from it.
So do you think Perisic and PSV underestimated Arsenal then?
100%. I think a lot of teams would have underestimated us going into the Champions League, into this stage. Looking at the last game, the Forest game, West Ham game, they thought, you know what, these lot are there for the taking. Yeah. They can't score goals. But, I mean, Champions League, Premier League, completely two different things. And you said that obviously our style of play is more suited for Europe, which is true. And PSV, they didn't really sit back. They kind of not went gun-ho, but they attacked, and that opened up a lot of spaces for us, and we exploited them. For once, we was the ones who were clinical. 8 shots on target, 7 goals. Yeah. Fantastic. So yeah, I was happy with it.
Yeah. Who stood out for you tonight in terms of Arsenal?
It's got to be out of everyone, probably Declan Rice for me. I didn't even want to interject with them because they were talking about Declan Rice and they were saying, he hasn't been up to par. He hasn't. I said, you know what, Declan Rice for me personally, he's still been one of our best players this season. He's never given up. He's showed that kind of diehard attitude, but today you saw the quality of him in that final third, and that's something I know from listening to him a lot. He's been trying to improve in his game. He wants to get those balls into the box. Look at that cross with his left foot for Timber. And then Timber's jumping like a salmon.
Yeah, because Timber had to be one of the shortest guys on the pitch.
He was one of the shortest guys, but he makes up for it in the way he plays, Timber. And he's another standout player for me today. You could tell this man was a man possessed. Yeah. He was a man who wanted to fly the Dutch flag. And, I think that's his first win, actually, against PSV overall in his career.
Oh, wow,
so
because he was at Ajax before, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was at Ajax. So, yeah, that was his first goal. So he was happy with that. But it was a solid performance for someone who's come back from an ACL injury. It's fantastic. But, yeah, Declan Rice, a few shots on target as well. Everyone played their part. But, yeah, those two stood out for me.
What about Martin Odegaard even. Martin Odegaard.
I know, yeah.
No, and the reason why I mention him is because before the game, he was getting a lot of stick. At half-time, I saw the comments. I was doing the info station, and I was saying to you guys, man, that he's getting it in the comments. So for him to come out in the second half, score a couple of goals, get an assist, I thought he did really well.
He needed that performance. I have been one that's criticised Martin Odegaard because he's our captain. Roy Keane, I think there was a piece from Roy Keane the other day where he was arguing with Wrighty on their platform, and he was saying a captain, what epitomises a captain? A leader who can, drag your players up, who can set the example. And I thought to myself, does Martin Odegaard do that? Or was he just a nice player that flicks his hair a few times? You know what I mean? No, he's good, but he is quality. Yeah. But I want to see more from my captain, and that's why I always kind of favour Declan Rice, because he kind of represents that kind of.
Declan Rice is more your old school.
He's your old school.
Vociferous. Come on, let's get stuck in. You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one. That's something that I, as a captain, for me. But today you saw a different side of our captain, where there's a lot of criticism thrown his way. He knew it, and he said we need a better performance, or we needed a better performance off the back of the last 2 games. And Odegaard gave us that. 2 goals, 1 assist. That assist with the outside of his foot. As a left footer to another left footer. Beautiful weighted pass. The goal, obviously, his second goal, where I think the keeper kind of flapped at it. But still, he drove forward, he cut in again, and then he shot. That's something that he hasn't been doing. Lee Judge said, if you don't score if you don't shoot, you got to shoot. So for me,
I think it was Wayne Gretzky. You heard of him?
Wayne Gretzky.
He said you miss 100% of the chances that you don't shoot.
Yeah, 100%. So I think this was exercising his demons. Martin Odegaard was today, and you could see it kind of lifted this kind of confidence in him. And amongst the whole team. So, I was really happy with him. Trossard done well.
So I'll tell you why I was impressed with Odegaard. I think what impressed me, especially like people were coming at him for the first half performance, is that he didn't hide. So in the second half, he stepped up, man. He demanded the ball and he made things happen. So anytime somebody does that, you've got to give him credit, because sometimes people, players, human beings, you can when you're being criticised and it's not going well, you can go into your shell.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of bravery and courage to still demand the ball, even when you're not playing well. He did that tonight, so I give him maximum credit. In fact, I would have given him my man of the match.
I think he was man of the match. I saw, there was a few pictures of him holding the little trophy. So, credit to him. But he was given a lot of space. Now, is that because PSV were very poor, because he was demanding that space, or he commanded that space with his movement? I don't know, but I'm now looking to the next games, and I'm going to see how he performs. If he's able to elevate his game, then that's fine. But I'll give him his flowers today. He's done well, and that's something that as a professional football, you have to carry on that weight on your shoulders. So speaking of weight on your shoulders, Nwaneri again, doing what I was talking about before we started, when we just started the live, and Christian was saying about, the poster, why is he's carrying the team, or, shouldn't he be carrying the team? Should he be the face of the club? Yes, 100%. Because this boy, since Saka's been injured, this boy has stepped up and he's more or less playing like a man. More of a man than Sterling. Sorry, Sterling. I'm not saying that you're not a man or anything.
What's up with you and Sterling, man? Like, you keep coming at him, my Jamaican fellow man. I don't really like that.
Even if he was English, Irish, or whatever, I still say he's not playing good enough.
No, he's not.
And the academy players must be sitting there and saying, why am I not being played there? His touches, everything.
But you know what? It could be a blessing, because, Sterling's not performing and we're all disappointed about that.
Yeah.
Least of all himself will be. But that's opened the way for guys like Nwaneri, Miles Lewis, Skelly. So sometimes this happens in football.
No, it does. Look, I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to say that I'm better or anything like that. I'm just critiquing the game. I know he knows that he could do a lot better, but at the end of the day, someone is seizing the opportunity. And for me, Nwaneri done that. Fantastic finish. I said about Leon Bailey with his finish for Villa. That was a better finish from Nwaneri. It wasn't much distance between him and Miles. The cutback, keeping his knee over the ball, striking through it, top corner. Fantastic. And that's a combination of the two youngest goals and assists between the two boys. But shout out to Hayland again. And all the coaches and everyone that has played a part in these young boys' career so far. And everyone that's come through Hayland, because it's magnificent, Yeah. Really
right, we've got to wind up, but there was one question I want to ask you very quickly. So, listen, let's be honest, we're through to the next round now, because we're not going to lose 7 or 6-0.
Football's a funny game, Laurie.
It is, but I don't think it's that funny.
No, it should be,
we should be home and host.
Home and dry, yes.
Right. How do you think we match up against either Atletico or Real in the next round, based on what you've seen tonight?
Again, I don't want to comment on that until we get that second leg done. I think I've learnt now as an Arsenal fan. I don't want to think too far ahead.
Come on, man. We're
Laurie, no.
What you're saying? We're going to lose 6-0 to PSV?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We're through. Even me as a man, I always say to people, come on, each game at a time. But we are through. Come on. I'm not going to have you. You're not going to slide out of this.
I'm not sliding out.
I'm asking you a very legitimate question. Okay, we're pretty much through to the next round.
Okay.
The next round is either going to be Atletico or Real Madrid. How do you think we match up against either of those two teams?
Atletico Madrid I'd prefer, because I'm more worried about Real Madrid and the stars that they have within that team. Yes, people will say, they haven't done so good in the Champions League so far, but with Real Madrid, they're the kind of team that they can just scrape through, and then slowly but surely they start picking up momentum. They're similar to Liverpool. That's how I always say.
Are you confident we can get a result, is what I'm saying?
Against the Real Madrid?
Or, it could be Atletico, you don't know.
Okay. My head says no. My heart obviously says yes, because I didn't expect to see what I saw today. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, oh gosh, if Saka maybe comes back and then you got to sprinkle a little bit of Martinelli on that could re-galvanise the whole squad. Yeah. So you never know. But yeah, on paper, no, but you never know. In this game, in this beautiful game of football, it depends on the day who wants it. And if they play like that, I think, we could cause a big upset, let's just say.
See, we got there in the end. All that going around in circles. You said it. Anyway, well said, man. Your respect.